Hey, good morning, everybody. So I go over the charts here this morning a little bit. We kind of have a lot of news this week. FOMC and then non-farm payroll. So you might see a little bit of a chop, but let's look at the levels we're looking at hitting and where we may go here, what might happen. Let's start with the S&P. So we finally cleared out the highs up here that we've been targeting really, for weeks now, and we got above on it. And as long as we stay above these highs, we're looking for bullish price action. This is a daily chart, so this line marks these highs. We had this gap down here that we never closed in. So if price does break down, this would be a target area that I'd be looking for. We also have these lows here. They're kind of equal. And then these lows way back here. With an area that, could still be filled in. But that's a long way away. And if it goes down there, I think it's going to go very aggressively to that downside if we get a breakdown. I'm not calling for a breakdown right now. You just got to go with what the charts are telling you. And we're looking for bullish prices still, as long as we maintain above those old highs. And if you, it's just been, it is overbought. So we need to break these trend lines and start breaking down to go on the downside. So let's look for some bullish opportunities. If price does come back down to those previous highs at 29, 42, somewhere in there, we could have a little bit of a move. I would be looking at if price came down into the 29.45 level, would be the area I would be looking for a buy on ES right now. That's just above the daily pivot. We might come back down into there today. So 29.47.80. So 29.48 would be the very first level. You could look for a bounce, and then that 29.45 level would be the two downside support levels that I'd be looking for today. We kind of put in some equal highs here today. It might come up and clear those out. There we go. So those levels look for, have a little bit of a gap here. I think price is going to come down into this area. And that's where I would be looking for some support if we're going to go look for more longs today. And then I'm going to go into gold. Gold, it looks like we're finding some support. So I'm interested in looking for some longs still. We came down and hit some of these levels I was talking about, and now we're rejecting off them. Never came down to this 1262 level and rejected it. So I think there's some buying in here, and I think we're looking for upside continuation on this right now. Just be mindful of these trend lines that people are looking at. Find some resistance there. But I think as far as today goes and the rest of the week, I think we could look for a move at least to that trend line. So you're gonna have 80 to 100 pips depending on where we're going from. And I like the support level. If it starts breaking down below these levels, I think we got a chance to go down to this 1262, 1263 level. So right now I've been looking for buys, and I like this as support. So anywhere in here, you could try and find some buying opportunities. We're rejecting right now off of that 1280 level, which I like, and it's got a pivot also, an S1 support level that we're coming off of. So I don't see anything down here that interests me as far as where it might go. We talked about this rejection, and price sometimes likes to come back down to those levels, so just keep an eye on that. Price did move away, and it came quite a ways down, pretty deep retracement, which isn't. I like a little bit more shallow retracements. It shows a little bit more strength in the market, but we took liquidity here, came back, and we took liquidity here, so it doesn't need to come down here anymore. I want to see price move on the upside on gold. In your upside objectives, you could use the pivots for intraday objective, this trend line, and ultimately, if you're looking for a longer term objective, which is the ultimate goal on this, you're looking at the 1365 level up above these highs, which is where I think we're going. Whether it needs to come down more or not, I don't know, but just on current price action, I'm looking for buys today on this. Just be mindful of the FOMC this afternoon and a non-farm payroll on Friday. So prices may get choppy and they move quick. I don't expect um, any news that would be out of the ordinary and on these reports. So I don't know what kind of movement we'll get off them, but you just never know, and they're predictable as far as what kind of volatility you're going to get on these every week and every month. So, all right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Good luck on that. Again, gold, I'd be looking for longs. And ES, I look for longs if it comes down into these levels a little bit. I look for some support. And then you can go into the other um, indexes and look for that divergence between the three, and say look for that'd be a buy signal if it comes down to these levels. All right, thanks guys. I hope you have a good trading day, and I'll talk to you on Friday.